Good evening. Today is Friday, September 3, 2021, here in Davao City, Philippines. I am Ace Perez, and welcome to the Talking Heads, where we discuss relevant and interesting stories in our community straight from the sources.
Less than a month before the deadline of voters registration, how prepared is the Commission on Elections in Davao Region for the upcoming May 2022 elections? Meanwhile, film hitmaker and controversial director Daryl Yap drops a new movie 69 plus 1 starring Maui Taylor, Rise Van Ginkel, and Janno Gibbs streaming online this September.
Now, to start our conversation on the latest updates on the voters' registrations here in Davao Region, we are honored to be joined live tonight by the Comelec-Davao Assistant Regional Director, Attorney Gay Enumerables. Maayong gabi, Attorney Gay, and welcome to the Talking Heads.
Good evening, everyone. For those who are watching this live broadcast, good evening.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Attorney, no, for granting our interview, for taking time to be on the show. Now, to start our discussion about the latest on the voters registration in the region, in Davao region, would like to know, no, kumusta ang ato ang sitwasyon sa voters registration diri sa region, and are we nahit na ba nato ang target as of today?
Okay, for Davao region, we're almost there. But for the entire Philippines, we already hit the target. But for Davao region kasi in the past months, there were times na sarado yung office because of yung sa ECQ, ECQ and MECQ. But as of this time, open na ang mga Comelec offices natin to accept applications for registration, transfer, reactivation.
Okay, murag nawala si Ace. Attorney, let me continue lang So from 2020 until June 30, the COMELEC had already processed a total of 247,246 application, including new registration, reactivation of voters accounts, and transfer of polling precincts. Can we get the breakdown of this data po, if you have?
Yeah, I have here with me yung updated as of August 31st, 2021. Yung total applications processed natin as of August 31 is 320,386 na. So medyo madami-dami na siya. And for the application for registration, we have a total of 157,090. Transfer from other city or municipality or district, we have 97,136. Transfer within the same city, municipality or district, we have 17,267. Then we have application for transfer with reactivation, 4,486. Application for transfer with reactivation and correction of entries, 1,457. Application for transfer with correction of entries, 4,291. And application for reactivation only, 15,630.
Mhm.
So those are the applications we processed since January 2020 until August 31, 2021.
Mhm. With that figure, attorney, following you mentioned the lost days of operations due to the restrictions implemented here in Davao City when the city was placed under modified enhanced community quarantine. What are the measures done by the commission to catch up, especially now na last week you announced na the voters registration has been extended until 7 p.m. on weekdays, and your office is now open every Saturdays and holidays until 5 p.m. If I'm correct po, attorney.
Yes po. Yung registration natin, kasi we're open from Mondays until Saturdays. Unlike before na we're only open until Friday. And Saturday natin is scheduled for satellite registration. But effective August 23, 2021, we are now open from Mondays through Fridays from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. to accept applications. And then Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. That's including holidays. Saturdays and holidays, 8 a.m. from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Mm.
So, yun lang ang ginawa ng commission. But as to extension of yung extension beyond September 30, hindi na. Oras
Mm.
lang, extended ang oras.
Some people were asking, attorney, nga nung wala daw mo during MECQ, so good tong June, ano nawala
Yeah.
ang atong voters registration.
Yeah, actually, when we had the ECQ before, during the lockdown, sarado ang mga opisina, sarado, of course, ang Comelec. And then, when it's reopened, MECQ pa siya, the policy of the commission is, during ECQ and MECQ, sarado talaga ang opisina, suspended ang registration. That's the policy of the commission.
And Ace is back.
Hi, good evening again, Attorney and Rafa. Thank you. And medyo ano lang, konting connection problem here in our newsroom, but I'm back. Thank you, Attorney, no, for providing us details and updates on the voters registration here in the region. Later, Ralph will be back to ask more questions on the region state when it comes to the 2022 elections. Now, I would like to follow up on the question, attorney, no. Unsa ba ang mga kasagaran, no, major problems and challenges that the commission is facing, especially now with the restrictions of COVID-19, no, COVID-19 restrictions. What are the major problems pa na nasagupa nato, no, diri sa Davao region?
For Davao Region, ang first challenge talaga is yung infection. Yung infection sa mga frontliners namin. Many
Mm-mm.
of yung mga kasamahan namin na frontliners, those doing the registration, yung andun talaga sa Comelec field offices, yung infection. Marami-rami na rin sa mga kasamahan namin na nagka-COVID. Those
Na-expose.
are the exposed because of the yung exposure sa public. So those yan talaga ang pinaka main challenge. And secondly, yung when we opened to the public, kasi we are trying to hit the target set by in the commission. Ang basis naman ng target namin for first time registrants,
Mm-mm.
those coming from the PSA na data. So we're trying to hit the target, but when we reopen, when we start with the resumption of the registration, medyo hina lang ang ng mga tao, punta ng mga tao sa Comelec offices. And we're trying really
Mm-mm.
our best to reach out to advertise every now and then. Andito kami sa sa media, trying to tell the people to encouraging the people to visit our offices para magpa-rehistro. But by and by naman, we
Mm-mm.
receive applications, but not really as yung that many compared to the previous registration periods in the past. Maybe because of yung pandemic nga, they don't want to be in public, no? Tapos ayaw nila yung yung part of the crowd. So basically we understand that. But then, kasi we only have until September 30 for the
Mm-mm.
registration. Around
Malapit na.
27 days na lang. 27 days na lang for the registration. Baka
Mm-mm.
mag-crowd na yung mga tao doon sa mga opisina namin. That's
Mm-mm.
why the commission extended the registration hours to cater those who cannot visit our offices because of work during
Mm-mm.
weekdays. So we have Saturdays, our office is open Saturdays and even holidays. And extended sa weekdays, extended siya until 7 p.m.
7
So
p.m.
that way we could cater as much as we could.
Mm. But there are also proposal, diba, attorney, to also include Sundays of September to cater to register to register to to Davaoenos, no, who want to register for Comelec. Now, kumusta ba ning siya nga proposal? Was it approved by the Commission on Elections National or wala?
No, wala tayong Sunday kasi wala nang rest day yung mga tao,
Mm-mm.
and it's very difficult na straight all throughout na wala ng rest day. Kasi we only have very limited number of personnel in our field offices. Sa
Mm-mm.
provinces, sa munisipyo, we only have two persons, the election officer and the election assistant. If they do not have any rest day, wala. It will balik doon sa health nila.
Oo. So,
So only having registration from Mondays through Saturdays only. Sunday rest day talaga 'yan.
yeah, it's also important na mapangalagaan ang kalusugan ng ating mga frontliners dyan sa Comelec. No, but all in all, how many staff ba meron ang Comelec Davao Region, attorney, to cater to this registration process?
Yeah. For Davao City, medyo marami-rami sila kasi yan
Mm.
yeah, malaki ang Davao City. But for the municipalities, tig-dalawa lang 'yan, election officer and election assistant. Minsan may mga job order who will assist. But basically, in our offices, undermanned kami. Dalawa lang talaga.
Mm-mm. Okay. But you mentioned earlier, attorney, na that we are now, as of August 31, we have now over 320,000 applications, no, for new applications, and
No, no,
including the
no, it's not.
reactivate,
No, it's not.
including the applicants lang. Oh,
It's not new registrants ha. Total applications processed. Lahat ng
the
applications yan.
total application process. So that includes the new applicants, the reactivations, and yung transferring of registrations. Now, in Davao Region ba, attorney, padayon ba gihapon din kaning satellite voter registration in activities? Are they still allowed?
Yes, for Davao City, wala tayong satellite registration because
Mm.
may yung executive order ni Mayor.
Mayor.
But in the provinces, we do have scheduled satellite registrations. All provinces of Davao Region, except for Davao
Mm.
City, medyo nahirapan tayo sa satellite registration because mataas yung cases natin sa COVID dito.
Mm. So that the risk is higher, no? But
Yes.
kumusta po ang activity sa mga satellite registration satellites natin in other provinces? Nakakatulong ba to sa ating pag-hit ng target dito sa region?
Yes, yes, definitely. Kasi pumupunta sila sa mga barangays.
Mm.
Um, for Davao Region, yung mga provinces natin, since pag-start na inallow ng commission na pwede na makakonduct ng satellite registration, yung mga election officers natin, nag-set na talaga sila ng mga schedule nila for satellite registration. And it really helped. It really helped.
Mm. But how does this affect, attorney? Like you mentioned, the satellite registrations in Davao City was closed because of the EO, no, implemented by our city government. So how does this naka-apekto sa ato ang count, no, when it comes to the applications here in the region?
Um, Actually, hindi naman siya masyadong naka-affect because our offices naman dyan sa Magsaysay Park is open.
Mm.
Open naman siya to cater registration. Yun nga lang, we cannot go to the barangays. We cannot go down to the barangays because nga yung mataas yung cases ng COVID dito sa Davao City. And there was this policy of the commission na there is this policy of the commission na
Mm.
when you conduct satellite registration in a particular barangay, dapat walang cases, zero case siya for the last 14 days in that particular barangay kung saan mag-schedule ng
Mm.
satellite registration. But for Davao City, Wala eh,
We
lahat
never
ng
achieved that.
ng Davao City may infection talaga. So it's really
Mm.
very difficult for us to schedule kasi ayaw ng commission din na kami ang ang cause ng ano ng infection in the community.
Mm. Attorney, with only over 20 days, diba, remaining before the deadline of the voters registrations, are we confident to hit the target? And are there plans to extend the registration beyond September 30? Is that even possible?
No, no. The commission already decided na it will not be extended beyond September 30. Yung extension lang ng binigay ng Comelec is yung sa oras lang. Yung sa daily
Oras
lang,
lang.
oras.
But are we confident na maging okay yung turnout of the application numbers here in the region?
Yes, yes. Kasi yung target naman as a whole, entire Philippines, we already hit
Mm-mm.
the target. Oo.
Na-hit na siya, di ba?
Nahit na siya.
The
So,
target was 4 million, right? 4 million.
nahit na siya, entire Philippines.
Okay, so that's a good sign, no, that people are registering to vote in the upcoming 2022 elections. Now, after of course, after nitong voters registrations, attorney, no, comes to the filing of COCs of the candidates now for the local and national elections. Now, the question now, how will the filing of COC be this under the pandemic? Ano yung mga measures that the commissions will implement within the offices of Comelec, no, to ensure that this will not be a spreader of COVID-19?
Okay. Bago lang dumating yung resolution namin for the filing of the COC. And under the resolution, the election officers are allowed to transfer venue of filing of the COC. Meaning to say, kung nakita nila na ang place nila, yung offices nila is not really that conducive for the filing, yung maliit. Kasi most of our
Mm-mm.
offices, especially in the municipalities, liit lang
Oo,
masyado yung
maliliit lang. Oo.
yung offices nila. So, they're allowed to look for appropriate, yung suitable venue for the filing of the COC. Actually, September 1 was the deadline. September 1 was
Mm-mm.
the deadline. I think it's already there in the bulletin boards of our offices in the municipalities. Yung yung iba
But
na nag-transfer na venue. And other than that, during the
no venue.
filing, before kasi we anticipate influx of people, yung sasabay sa kandidato when they file the parang
Yes.
piyesta yun every time.
Oo.
We only have 8 days filing of COC. So in that 8 days, sigurado kami na maraming darating talaga. So
Yung
uh,
influx ng tao.
yeah. So yung namin ngayon is the candidate is only allowed to have 2 persons escort na magfa-file na pupunta doon sa sa venue. They could have maraming tao na sasali na sa kanila, but then pag andun na sa venue, dalawa lang talaga ang allowed na dalahin nila when they file the
Mm.
COC para makontrol ang crowd. And then also for the protection of our frontliners. Kasi sila exposed masyado doon sa So yun.
Yes, but yeah, also, di ba, attorney, meron tayong this no test, no access policy for the filing of COC. Can you share more about this one?
Okay. Yung policy na yung may RT-PCR and antigen test is only for the
Mm-mm-mm.
national, yung sa national lang
Okay,
yung
okay.
filing. Oo. Kasi doon sa kanila kasi yung space nila is really limited. Kaya
Mm-mm.
meron sila. But for the dito sa atin sa baba, yung sa local naman na filing, walang requirement na antigen or
For that, okay.
RT-PCR. But if they want, yung mga candidates, if they want, na to be sure, they could do that.
To be safe.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's only for national
And
elections or national
national,
candidates.
yeah, national candidates only.
Mm-mm. But so attorney, for Davao City, ang venue natin is still with dun sa ano, sa ating
Yes.
office, or are we looking for a bigger space?
I asked the election officers in Davao
Mm-mm.
City, ang sabi nila, dun lang sila sa opisina nila, pero dun sa labas. Dun sa
Okay.
labas sila mag-set up. Yun nga, the problem there is September 30 is the last day of the filing of the registration, and then the day after will be the start of the first day of the filing.
Filing.
Yeah, yun nga lang, dun kami nahirapan because wala na kaming time mag-set up.
Time to prepare. So
Yeah.
how are you going to do that? Ano yung mga strategies in place no for Davao City particularly to overcome that problem na you are foreseeing
Yeah, tapusin talaga yung registration, and after that they will have to stay there to set up physically the
over time?
the office for the filing the next day.
Now, do we have data ba? Backtrack lang ako, balik lang ako konti attorney no dun sa ating registration. Meron ba tayong data no for the deactivated voters here in the region? How many of these ba of our voters are deactivated, and what are their options to reactivate their status no?
Um, we do not have actually data kasi hindi
Mm-mm.
kami hihingi ng data for those who were deactivated. Yung hinihingi lang
Okay.
namin dito, yung kinokollect lang talaga namin yung yung output namin for for registration, yung applications process. So we don't have that data for deactivated voters. But really yung botante naman mismo, if they fail to vote twice, yung successive
Mm-mm.
na hindi sila naka-vote uh,
Twice.
twice in the past, then deactivated sila. That's their
Automatically.
deactivated sila. Kasi we do cleansing eh. Right
Mm.
after elections, we do cleansing. So, we really, inisa-isa namin yan for those hindi naka-vote successively for the past two elections. So, kunyari, yung botante hindi siya nakaboto 2016 and hindi siya nakaboto sa barangay election in 2018. So, definitely deactivated na siya. Oo. But if 2016 hindi siya nakaboto and then nakaboto siya 2018 for the barangay elections and then hindi siya nakaboto 2016, mean to say hindi successive 'yon kasi
Successive.
nakaboto. Yeah, hindi successive 'yon because the voter was able to vote 2018 barangay
Mm-mm.
elections. So, yun ang like if 2018 hindi siya naka-vote and then 2019 hindi siya naka-vote, deactivated na siya. So, might as well visit Comelec offices para
Mm-mm.
for reactivation. But then, yung bago lang kasi lumabas ang resolution again for reactivation of registration through online.
Online, di ba?
Online. So pwede siya. Like you just don't hindi ka na pupunta doon sa opisina namin.
Physical. Mm.
Oo. Mag-download ka lang ng form and then you fill it out and then scan mo and then i-send mo through email
Mm.
sa office ng election officer kung saan ka registered. And that way, pag makita yan ng election officer, uh, the election officer will notify you.
Mm.
Kasi may ano pa yan eh, may parang video conferencing just to confirm your identity.
So that's important.
Pwede yan siya, provided also that kompleto yung biometrics data mo in our system. Hindi na-corrupt, hindi nasira yung biometrics data mo, so complete
Mm-mm.
siya. So, pwede ang online. So, that's the, yung parang way ng Comelec na uh, anybody really can, reactivate their registration records.
Okay, so that's clear. No, thank you, attorney, for clearing that out. Now, we have here Ralph Diemit no back on the show to ask a follow-up question to
Yeah.
attorney Gay. Go ahead, Ralph.
Attorney, real quick lang ang follow-up. Gi-extend man ni Mayor Sara tong EO 31 nga banning on government face-to-face activities. Exempted naman ang Comelec ana, no?
Yes po. Yes po.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of COC, we all know nga kani-kani siya nga higayon yun ang pinakahugyaw sa tanang siguro event sa usa ka Comelec aside sa ka election activity. Are we going to allow crowd during the filing of COC?
Yun nga, yung sa filing ng COC, we will ask assistance from the PNP for crowd control. And siguro, on the part of the candidates, sana they will also limit the people who will be with them during the
Mm-mm.
filing. So we know for a fact, in the previous elections talaga na during filing, parang piyesta yan eh. A lot of people, yung mga supporters, a lot of people are there outside our offices. But this time, sana, uh, if may magsama man, limited lang. Because under our rules, yung pwede lang na makasama escort ng ng candidate is only up to 2 persons. Oo, pangatlo yung kandidato na mag-file. And also for the candidates, they're allowed to field one watcher. If you are independent candidate, pwede isang watcher. If you are under a political party, one watcher for each political party na pwede mag-watcher. And of course, the citizens arm. Pwede sila maka-field ng watchers in our offices during the filing. But again, we have to consider the space ng venue ng filing. So kung limitado lang talaga ang space, yung watcher na i-allow namin is first is yung sa citizens arm, dominant majority and dominant minority.
So we have to limit the list of watchers, no, for
Yes,
to
yes,
observe physical distancing rule. Also, this is also a shared responsibility, also attorney, no, for Comelec and the candidates, no, to make the
yes.
COC filing safe and smooth, no, para iwas tayo sa COVID-19 spread. Okay, thank you so much, Ralph Yemit, for your question. That's Ralph Yemit, our reporter for Sunstar Davao. And thank you, Attorney Gay, would you like to invite all of Davaoenos, no, to register, no, kung wala pa sila ka-register, and what are the things that they need to prepare and know upon registration? Go ahead.
Okay, for those wala pa nakapagrehistro, please visit our offices. We are open from Mondays through Saturdays. Ang oras, pag weekdays, from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. Pag Saturdays and holidays, open ang opisina from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. When you go to our offices, it would be much better if you already naka fill up na mo sa form. If you want, you can have it downloaded from our website to form before going to our offices, and then you print the form and then you go to our offices para diretso na for biometric capture. And also we encourage everybody now when you go to our offices, you have to have with you your valid ID and of course your face mask, face shield, and of course yung ball pen ninyo, dapat you should bring your own ball pen. And in our offices, we do physical distancing. So we as much as we dapat kontrolado ang amuang we do crowd control in our offices. We ask assistance from the PNP AFP, especially in the coming days na medyo we know na daghan na ang mag-ado sa mga opisina. So we encourage everyone, if you cannot visit our office during office hours, we are open until 7 p.m. every day. And for Saturday, until 5 p.m. Holidays until 5 p.m. So we only have 27 more days for the registration. So magparehistro na ta. Especially katong mga batanon. I know a lot of yung mga first time registrants hindi pa nakabisita, yung mga would-be registrants, hindi pa nakabisita sa Comelec offices, it's your time now para we can vote by May 2022.
Yes, so tama gid si Attorney, no? So to everyone watching us right now na wala pa naka-register, please register now and ayaw mo paghulat no sa last day to beat the last day of the registration on September 30. Again, thank you so much. That's Attorney Gay A. Enumerables, the Assistant Regional Director of Commission on Elections Davao. May gabi, Attorney, and keep safe.
Thank you.
Again, that's Attorney Gay Enumerables, the Assistant Regional Director of Comelec-Davao. And when we come back, we will be joined live by the lead stars of the much-awaited sexy comedy film 69 Plus One, directed by Daryl Yap, starring Janno Gibbs, Maui Taylor, and Rise Van Ginkel. All that and more when we come back here to Talking Heads.
Ang magparehistro sa Comelec? Mabilis lang. Kung ikaw ay Filipino citizen, 18 years old sa araw o bago sa araw ng May 9, 2022 national and local elections at nasa ibang bansa during the 30-day voting period, saan? Pumunta lang kayo sa Philippine Embassy or sa consular office na malapit sa inyo. Ano-ano naman ang mga requirements? Ipakita nyo lang ang valid Philippine passport o seafarer's book nyo. Solve ka na! Eh hanggang kailan naman ang period of registration? Kagaya ng local voter registration dito sa Pilipinas, sa September 30, 2021 din ang deadline ng overseas voting registration. At sa August 31, 2021 naman, para sa mga magpapatransfer ng registration mula abroad pabalik sa Pilipinas. Narito ang mga contact details na dapat niyong tandaan para makapagpa-register. Napakabilis at talaga namang napakadali ng magparehistro ngayon.
And you're still watching the Talking Heads here sa Sunster Davao. As promised, we will be joined live tonight by our celebrity guests. They are the lead stars of the upcoming, much-awaited comedy sexy film 69 Plus One. Let's welcome to the show Janno Gibbs, Maui Taylor, and Miss Rose Van Ginkel. Maayong gabi and welcome to the Talking Heads, Sir Janno, Rose, and Miss Maui Taylor.
Hi, Ace!
Hi,
Mayong gabi sa lahat ng nanonood at nakikinig sa Radyo Davao.
Yes.
Ayun. So thank you so much for taking time for me to be on the show, Sir Janno, Maui, and Rose. But again, would you like si Rose, Sir Rose and Maui, would you like to greet your fans here in Davao?
Yes, hello sa mga taga Davao dyan. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Panoorin niyo na yung 69. Ako.
Miss Maui?
Sa lahat ng mga fans namin dyan sa Davao, 69 plus 1 po, showing na po.
Today, di ba? Today, I'm showing ng 69 plus 1
Yes.
on Viva Max. Okay, so first and foremost, we would like to congratulate you on this new project, no, new film. When I know na maraming Pilipino na ang magugustuhan ng inyong pelikula. Now, to Sir Janno Gibbs, how does it feel,
Yes.
no, na how does it feel na you are you have not just one but two leading ladies for this project?
Well, napakaswerte. Napakaswerte nilang dalawa.
Ayun. Agree ba kayo doon, Maui and Rose?
Sorry,
Agree
ano
ba
po?
daw kayo? Agree ba daw kayo sa
Syempre.
sinabi ko?
Siyempre.
Hindi. Of course, I'm really flattered to have not just two beautiful leading ladies, but two very talented actresses.
How about to Rose and Maui? No, how is it working with the Janno Gibbs? How was the experience? How was the experience doing this project with Sir Janno Gibbs?
Actually, we had projects with Kuya Janno before, but this is like the full length movie. No. I've had two foreign films na pala with him. It's just that the first one, hindi kasi ako yung leading lady niya. So it was more of like a hi, hello thing on the set. But this time, since the three of us played lead, so it actually made Kuya Jano and I closer. And even after we've shot the film, even up to now, yung support system namin with each other is just really there, and the bond is there. It's hard to explain, pero it's really there.
How about you, Rose?
Yes. And syempre ako, excited ako ulit na maka-work si Kuya Jano. Kaya sobrang natuwa talaga ako nung nalaman ko na kasama siya dito sa movie na to. Yun, sobrang gaan ng set namin. Kasi yun nga, gaya sabi ni Ate Maui, na talagang nagtutulungan kami sa isa't isa habang nasa shoot kami. Talagang, kapag teamwork talaga eh. Naka-feel ako ng support. And syempre yung guide nila sa akin na talagang alam mo naman na sobrang galing nila pareho. So parang
Di
ang
naman.
sarap.
Sobra ka
Sarap
naman.
ko eh.
Si
Ang dami ko
Maui,
natutunan talaga.
si Maui ang nagga-guide pag sa aming lahat. Pag sexy na yung eksena. Pagka comedy na yung eksena, ako na yung nagga-guide sa kanila.
Sobrang balance talaga.
So balance, so kanya-kanya, no? So may kanya-kanyang strength ang isa't isa. So in short, meron na talaga kayong nabuong bond, no? After doing 69 plus 1. Now, let's talk about the film, no? Itong movie, yung 69 plus 1. Were you handpicked kayong lahat for this, or nag-audition kayo for the roles na you are doing? So pwedeng mauna si Miss Maui.
I was originally handpicked by Direct Darren. So, parang nakita kasi nila na talagang tailor fit for me yung role ko dito. So, walang audition na nagganap. And parang medyo bihira naman na kasi yung mga auditions ngayon. Unless they require something specifically out of an artist, alam mo yan. So, yeah. No auditions.
Sir Janno.
Ako, I was not the choice of Direk Daryl. Hindi ako ang naisip niya para sa role. But it was Boss Vic who put me in the movie. So, yun. Naging challenge for me yun na hindi ako yung first choice. But also, I'm glad kasi it turned out really well. And now, me and Direct Daryl are this close.
Okay. To Rose naman.
From Viva, by Boss Vic talaga. Kasi nga, ever since aantay din talaga sila ng
Project.
perfect, yes, and fit para sa akin. So, sinadjust to ni Boss Vic sa akin, and happy ako na talagang nag-okay naman sila na para sa akin to.
Can you share, no, sino kayo for this movie? Sino yung character na ginagampanan nila? Gaano ba kayo nakaka-relate ba kayo kanya, or totally different kayo in real life? Start tayo kay Ma'am Maui na naman.
I think the role of Ivy, isang napakaseryosong lawyer. I think it shows naman when you watch the entire film. In real life, siguro ngayon na lang ako naging seryoso kasi mommy na ako. Pero nung kabataan ko, sobrang maloko talaga akong tao. Sobrang crazy girl ako. Ayun nga, so if we're going to dive into who I am now, oo, may connection yung who I am now sa character ko, yung pagiging seryoso, pagiging kailangan palaging on time, bawal ang late, yung mga ganyan. So, yeah. Meron na. Sorry.
Okay, now to Miss Rose. Sino ka po dito sa ano sa
Ako naman dito si Patricia. Well, hairstylist ako dito. And yun nga, feeling ko nakaka-relate sa akin sa pagiging jolly. Um, Alam mo yun, parang, yun nga, since girl from 20s, parang mas more on 2000s, parang mas more on, alam mo yun, parang try, para ma-experience. Hindi naman to the point na parang gagawin ko talaga yung ginagawa ni Patricia na be another pa na, alam mo yun, throuple. Pero yung point lang na gusto mo din mag-try ng kung ano yung kaya, yung ganun. So, relate ako sa pagiging jolly. And, go with the flow. Ayan.
Yeah.
your character no yung character mo Rose for the film. Now to Janno, sino ka po dito sa 69+1 and gaano mo ba nakaka-relate ka ba sa character mo or totally different person ka in real life?
Yes, ako po dito si Apple. I play a photographer, an events director. Marami na namang mutual characteristics kami. I also like taking pictures. I like photography. But character, siguro yung nung magkakasama na kaming tatlo, mapapanood nila yon, yung pagiging gentle at caring at sweet, sincere ni Apple, palagay ko ako yon, nilabas ko lang sa movie.
Totoo.
Okay. Follow-up question ko lang, Sir Janno. No?
Laki ng ngiti mo, Rose.
Hindi, totoo nga. Totoo kasi.
Agree si Rose.
Ng mga tao.
Now, follow-up ko ng Janno. No? Doing this project involved a lot of sexy scenes. So, how was the whole experience sa shooting with Maui and Rose? Kumusta yung whole experience?
Ako ba?
Yes.
When I read the script at nakita ko na maraming mga sensitive scenes, mga sexy scenes, kinabahan ako kasi hindi pa nagagawa yon. But what made it a little more comfortable for me was comedic naman yung pagka-present niya.
Go ahead, Sir John.
Yes po. What made it a little more comfortable for me was comedy, yung dating ng mga eksenang sexy.
Okay, so parang nawawala yung somehow tension or intention for the scenes, no, kasi comedic yung approach and that's what we do best, no, yung ang comedy side. Now to everyone also, let's start with Maui. What's your preparation for doing 69+1?
Preparations, honestly, I didn't have much time to prepare kasi parang nung binigay sa amin, nung present sa amin yung project, the week after nag-shoot na kami kagad kasi nahabol na yung last for GME 7. We had little time to prepare, we had 1 week to prepare. Siguro it was more preparing in terms of diving into your character. At the same time, syempre, okay naman si Rose, sobrang fit, sobrang sexy. So, alam mo yun, 1 week ako nag-starvation diet. Charot. 1 week shadow. And in terms of yung sexy naman kasi na scenes, kumbaga parang it's nothing new to me anymore. before. I've done it so many times before. So,
Mild pa nga to, mild.
mild, sobrang
Mild.
mild to. You know, last night after our online inuman, I watched everything. Sabi ko, oh my goodness, this is nothing compared to what I've done or what we have done before or what everyone's doing now. So alam mo yun, wala. I just went straight for the scenes and sabi ko na lang kay Rose, tara tapusin na natin to. Let's give it our best kasi sabi ko sa kanya nakakapagod ko paulit-ulit yung same.
How about kay Rose naman?
Ganun, Ate Maui, hindi ka nag-prepare pero sobrang galing mo dun sa movie. Bakit ganun? Grabe, kailangan niyo to mapanood. Ay naku, iba yung acting dito ni Ate Maui, sobra. Grabe 'di ba? Yung wedding scene, Ate Maui, sobra ka naman.
Ikaw, Rose, paano ka nag-prepare?
Ako naman
Paano ka daw
ako.
nag-prepare?
Kasi aaminin ko sobrang na-pressure talaga ako dito sa movie na to kasi eto nga yung first talaga na big role ko ever na movie. So kahit nasa shooting day na ako, talagang alam mo yun, parang everyday ako na nafe-feel na hindi pa ako totally prepare. Alam mo yun, parang lagi akong nag-ready. Parang feeling ko kailangan kong sa lahat ng gagawin ko dito sa movie na to, kailangan kong maging prepared. So, hanggang nasa set ako, hanggang nasa shooting day ako, alam mo yun, parang everyday akong kailangan mag-prepare. So, hindi ko masasabi na ready ako nung mismong shoot. Kasi, yun nga, parang ang dami kong iniisip, ang dami kong gagawin dito na first time ko lang din siyang gagawin. So, medyo hard decision to sa akin. Pero sobrang happy ako sa result na dapat nilang panoorin.
And also, it's understandable, Rose, no? Kasi as what you mentioned, this is your first time to star na parang lead role ka, no, in a movie. So, and nakasama mo pa talaga si Miss Maui and Sir Janno, no? So that's a big thing, no? And congratulations for that. Now, to Sir Janno, yung preparations nyo? Yung preparations bang naganap?
Meron, of course. Nag-ipon ako ng lakas ng loob, kapal ng muka, at yun ang kailangan ko eh. Totoo yun. Yun lang ang kailangan ko i-prepare, yung lakas ng loob at saka kapal ng mukha para i-portray para gawin yung mga ginagawa ni Apple sa movie.
Kuya Janno, sa isip kong inipon mo. Sorry. Kaya
Ay, Helen?
Iba yun.
Inipon mo.
Inipon ko rin yun. Nag-ipon din ako nun.
Oh my God.
Iba't ibang kasi pag-iipon yung naganap. But,
sorry, Ace.
It's okay. But yun yung dapat nilang abangan for the movie. And Maui, ano bang pinaka-challenging? I know that you've done a lot of sexy movies and sexy projects in the past, but for 69 plus 1, what's the most challenging part ba or scene na ginawa mo for this project that you are allowed to share?
Actually, the most challenging scene was yung
mahaba
for 7 and 9 minutes. Kasi isang scene lang siya with one camera, bawal kang magkamali, basta sumusunod lang sa yung cam. Ang ano kasi doon, ang medyo mahirap doon, not medyo, the hard part was, ang dami mo kasing ginagawa. So, habang niya ka. And at the same time, si Direk Darren, he's only going to block you once. Okay, once lang niya papakita sa yung buong blocking. Kung hindi ka nakikinig, good luck sa iyo. Hindi mo na alam sa kapupulutin. Plus, at the same time, first time ko siyang ginawa, so yung stress level ko was, wow, talagang siguro mga 200% talaga
Ay,
yung
ano ba yung
pagkas...
picture na yun?
Ha?
Ay, ano
Ay,
ba yung
nakabu...
picture na yun?
Oh, they can look but they cannot touch. Ayun.
Yes,
So
you were
yun.
saying
Yun
about
yung pinaka mahirap. Sabi ko pa nga, direct, pwedeng uminom mo isang bote ng beer before the scene. Pumayag naman siya para lang makalma ako ng konti.
now you mentioned about working with Direct Darrell. How was it working with Direct ba? Is it your first time working with him ba on a show? Or maraming beses na, no? So how was it?
Silang dalawa hindi nila first. Silang
Hindi.
dalawa hindi nila first time.
Ikaw ang first time.
Ako lang first timer.
But Maui, kumusta ba si Direct Darrell no as a director?
Actually, si Direk, he's a new director. He knows what he wants. He knows what he needs. It's very fun and light working with him. Actually, sobrang bilis niya magtrabaho. Kasi pag nakuha na niya yung shot na gusto niya, that's it. Hindi na niya kailangan ulitin, hindi na niya kailangan umanggulo ulit. So yun sa mga nagpapadaan ng trabaho ng isang artista pag siya ang katrabaho. At the same time, dahil halos magka-batch kami. So yung way of thinking namin, how we think, how we approach things, pareho. So it's it's such a breeze working with him, and I personally, I really love working with him, no? Especially yung oras niya, kasi talagang 20 sequences to 23 sequences in a day, and tatapusin lang niya in 12 hours. Ganun siya kabilis.
How about you, Rose? No? Kumusta si Direct Darrell?
Well, ako naman, as an artist, si Direk kasi yun nga, pag mag-take pa, kailangan bigay mo na yung 100% mo. Kasi kung hindi mo pa nabigay, wala na siyang take 2. So kung ikaw, nabitin ka, problema mo na yun. Ganon siya. So kailangan, pag nasa set ka na, pag magte-take na, kailangan ready ka na. Kasi hindi, yun na yun eh. Hindi ka na niya pagbibigyan ng chance para sa atin. Oo. And yun nga, nakaka-hype yung energy niya, kung gaano siya kaseryoso sa ginagawa niya. Kasi ganun siya magtrabaho, parang
very passionate.
Yes. And yun nga, parang ang pinaka tinututukan niya din talaga yung mga lines namin. Kasi sa kanya, number 1, importante yun. Kung may nasabi kang hindi dun sa line, talagang papaulit ka niya. So, kailangan ready ka talaga. And nakaka-challenge yun. At nakakatuwa kapag nagawa mo yung gusto niya na mag-one take ka lang. Parang achievement na yun.
Yeah, achievement on your part. Now, to Sir Janno, you mentioned that this is your first time working with Darrell Yap, Director Darrell Yap. So, kumusta naman yung experience kanya?
Si Direct Darrell, suplada yung director na yan. Di ba? Totoo naman eh. Pag nakita mo yan, ganyan lang. Ganun lang siya. Hindi, pero he's to me, he is currently the director to beat. He is brilliant at what he does. Even as a screenwriter, siya rin ang nagsusulat ng mga movies niya. Siya ang bagong henerasyon ng mga direktor. And it was a pleasure working with him.
Yeah.
Kasi kaya mabilis siya gumawa ng movie. Naka-edit na sa utak niya yung buong pelikula. So hindi na niya kailangan mag-shoot ng kung ano-ano.
Tama yung sinabi ni Maui na alam ni Direct Darrell, no, what he wants, no, for the project. Now, Inaalaw ba ni Direk yung mag-impromptu or stick talaga sa script na ginagawa, binibigay?
Ako, especially me, I like to ad-lib. Everybody knows that. I like to put my own punchlines. So, ang ginagawa ko is I audition my punchline to direct. Sasabihin ko sa kanya, Direct, can I say this? Can I do this? Pumapayag naman siya, which I'm thankful for.
Collaborative din. No, it's a collaborative work also with the artist. Now, to everyone, no, ano ba yung lesson na makukuha nila by watching 6+1? Also sa parts ninyo, open ba ang mind niyo to this kind of setup of a relationship? So anything you want to share after doing 69+1? Because it's a sensitive topic. Hindi lahat ng Pilipino is open for this kind of relationship. No, so ano yung take niyo on this? Let's start with Maui.
What I learned, mahirap it's hard to be in a relationship with 3 people. Siguro ang masasabi ko sa mga manonood or sa mga gusto mag-try, pag-isipan niya muna kung gusto niya talaga maging experimental. Kasi being with someone, yung dalawa lang kayo being with someone requires a lot of attention, syempre hard work na rin on a relationship. What more yung tatlo pa kayo? Mahirap siya. But then, of course, we cannot deny the fact that some people are really experimental when it comes to these things. Ako personally kasi, I don't see myself getting in a throuple or polyamorous relationship now or in the future, alam mo yun. Kasi, I always say this in interviews, like, kasi ang pagkaka-raise sa generation namin is more of a guy and a girl thing eh. Kumbaga, kayo lang ang pwede. So, I don't think I'll be going into it. At the same time, matututunan ninyong magmahal ulit at magpatawad. Matututunan ninyong magpatawad sa pelikula namin. Yeah.
Okay, now to Rose. Let's go with Rose. Ano yung masasabi mo?
Nakikita ko na itong movie na to, parang best example siya sa mga taong gustong nga maka-experience ng mga ganito. Kumbaga, after nyo mapanood tong movie na to, parang maiisip nyo na tama bang i-try siya or hindi, since nakita nga nila dito sa movie na to na kung gaano kami pinilipan, kung gaano kami nasaktan, and kung na-enjoy, 'di ba? So, para sa akin, ito na yung best example sa inyo para kahit papaano makapag-decide kayo kung tama ba or hindi. And yun nga, ako hindi, parang malabo din na itry ko to sa totoong buhay. Unang-una, parang yun nga, hindi ko kaya kasi selosa ako. Pangalawa, alam mo yun, ang daming pwedeng ipagkabisihan kaysa magtutok ka ng dalawang karelasyon. Ayun.
Now to Janno.
I think itong movie na to was not made to give lessons. This movie was made para pagkatapos mong panoorin ay magkaroon kayo ng diskusyon about a lot of things, gay relationships, relationships between man and woman. So yun ang maganda dito sa movie na to. It opens up a wide range of discussion.
It really can spark discussions among viewers, and that's the magic naman talaga of film. Now, let's invite let's Direk.
Si Direk.
So invite everyone. Let's invite everyone to watch 69+1. Where can you watch it? At anything you want to add, to invite your followers to watch 69+1 showing today, no, starting today, streaming starting today. Go ahead.
To everyone, sa lahat po ng nanonood at nakikinig, sana po ay suportahan nyo ang pelikula namin, 69 plus 1. Ito po ay labor of love na naming lahat. Mahal po namin ang pelikulang ito at sana pag napanood nyo, mamahalin nyo rin itong pelikulang ito.
Rose?
Ayan, sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-download at mag-subscribe, talagang time na. Ayan, for only 149 lang yan sa Viva Max. And of course, available din ito sa Middle East, Europe, Japan, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Sa mga taga-ibang bansa, OFW. Ayan, mag-avail na kayo. And guys, don't forget to max rate pala yung 69 plus 1 sa Viva Max. Thank you so much.
Pwede ba yung max rate?
Yes.
Talaga?
And go ahead, Maui.
Streaming on Viva Max, of course. Kasama ko dito si Mr. Janno Gibbs introducing Ms. Rise Van Ginkel. This is written and directed by Viva Max. Daryl Yap, sorry. Para sa mga, naiisip ko kasi yung pirata para sa mga pumipirata, gustong pumirata ng aming pelikula, pag-isipan niyo po yan mabuti dahil napakagaling po ng Viva sa paghanap sa mga namimirata sa aming mga pelikula. And guys, always remember po na every time meron kayong pinipiratang pelikula, ang nawawalan po ng trabaho ay hindi lang kami, kung hindi pati ang mga nasa likod ng pelikula, no? Lalo na ang aming mga crew, ang aming mga staff. Ayan. So yun na nga, written and directed by Daryl. So streaming today. Ayan. So pwede kayong manood, and kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Rose, just download the Viva Max app, and for only 149 pesos, pwede mo mapanood ang 69 plus 1 more than 69 times.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much. That's Janno Gibbs, Maui Taylor, and Rose Van Ginkel, no, ang lead stars of the new movie 69 plus 1 on Viva Max. That's streaming starting today, September 3, 2021. Again, dagang salamat and good luck and more projects to come sa iyong tatlo.
Thank you.
Again, though, that's Janno Gibbs, Maui Taylor, and Rose Van Ginkel, no, the lead stars of the new movie on Viva Max, 69 plus 1. And that's all you need to know for the relevant and interesting stories in our community this week. I am Ace Perez, and thank you for watching The Talking Heads. Maayong gabi and keep safe.